So I'm just going to write down what you will call them if you do come across them. So let's look for chloro. So if you see a chlorine, the shorthand is going to be chloro. CHLORO. Then if you see fluorine, it's going to be fluoro. The next one will be bromine, which will be bromo. And if you ever see iodine, it's going to be iodo. Okay, so hopefully you might know already how to draw our basic alkanes. So we'll draw one here, and then we will name it. Okay, hopefully by this stage also you know the numbering system pretty well. So we must number in the direction in which the side group will get the smallest number. If we numbered it this way, the side group will get a number 4. So we're going to go with the red version. Now how many C's do we have in our backbone? 5, so it's going to be a pentane. And then the bromine, you see, is attached to the second carbon. So it's going to be 2-bromopentane. Okay? Now let's take that one out and draw in another one. Let's have a bromine here again, but a CH3 here, and let's do a CH3 here. Okay, so I'm going to let you get time to actually figure out your numbering. It might change from those red numbers, it might not. And try and give a go to naming that molecule there. Okay, so it doesn't really change. The first one is still going to be on 2. We can go either way. So let's see. We're going to have a 2-bromo. And we're going to have a 3,4 dimethyl. And it's still pentane. So which one comes first? B or M? You don't look at the di. So it's B. So that means that B is going to go first. 2-bromo dash 3,4 dimethyl pentane. Okay, let's move on to a different one. And we're going to look at one that has chlorine in it. So I will draw it up, chlorine and fluorine actually. So you should know your little prefixes now, chloro and fluoro. So we'll draw one in. Okay, so try and name that one. Okay, numbering system. If we go this way, the fluorine is going to be the first side group, which will get carbon 3. If we go the opposite way, we have a chlorine and a methyl group, which will get carbon 2. So we're going to go from left to right with our numbering. Okay, it is pentane again. So write in pentane. Now look at our side groups. We have a chlorine, 2 chloro. We also have a methyl group on 2. And then the next one is we have a fluoro on 3. Okay, so the only thing we need to do now is order them in terms of alphabetical order. So we're going to start off with the C. Sorry, I keep forgetting to put the L in there. 2 chloro, dash in between them. The next one is going to be fluoro, which is actually 3. 3 dash fluoro. And the next one then is going to be back to our 2 methyl. And finish it off with pentane. Okay, now I'll do another one for you. And the next one will have a iodine in it. So it's iodo for that. Okay, do you see how I always put my side groups in first? And then I'll saturate with H's. If you're drawing it from the name, and your task is to actually draw the molecule, it keeps it a lot neater looking if you first draw in your side groups and then saturate with H's. So now try and name that one. Okay, if we go this way, our first side group is chlorine, and that will be on the carbon 2. If we go the other way, our first side group would be iodine, and that would be on carbon 4. So that's much bigger, so we're not going to go that way. So let's see, we have 2 chloro. Next one we'll have 4 ethyl, C2H5 is ethyl, 5 iodo. How many carbons are there in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to lead to octane, all single bonds, so it's an alkane. Now, the naming. 2 chloro dash. Next one is 4 ethyl. The next one is 5 iodo octane. Done. So now I'm going to actually do it the opposite way, let you draw it, and I will write something down for you to draw. So let's go for 3, 3, 5 iodooctane. So try and do that one. Okay, if we do that one, we're going to have 8 C's, and on the third carbon, we're going to have 2 ethyl groups, C2H5, C2H5, and on the fifth one, we're going to have an iodine group, and then the rest you can just saturate with H's. Now, with our previous alkanes, we've never had a side group that actually begins on carbon 1. It's always been 2, 3, 4, etc., and never even the last one. So let's take a look at this, and we're going to put a, we're just going to put a chlorine right here. That should be a H, H, and let's put an iodine here, why not? H, C. Okay, let's leave it at that. So 1, 2, 3 C's, so methane, ethane, it's going to be a propane. And then let's highlight the side groups. So that's actually on carbon 1, and then we have an iodine on carbon 2. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 1 chloro, 2 iodo. So we have to name it as 1 chloro, 2 iodo, propane. Now if I was to actually have a CH3 group there, I'll show you why it doesn't matter and when we've never come across this before in our previous videos. That would actually just extend our carbon chain. So that CH3 would actually be like 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbons, 4 carbons. And that's the same. That's literally butane. Because if I extended that CH3 out, CH3, see, it's exactly butane. Okay, so it's only when we have a halogen on the very end that will actually change something, and we'll use the 1 prefix. All other times it's going to be usually in the middle of the chain.